Hey YouTube, how's it going? Sorry for the weird intro here. I'm not sure how the heck it happened, but I had an odd battery failure out of nowhere when I was filming the first part of this video, and it turns out that in the process of the battery going down, it went from like 58% to zero. I lost like 8 clips of this, so you didn't miss a huge amount. It was really just me removing the plugs, pulling wires, removing fuel hoses, things like that, just to kind of clear the engine out and get it to the point where I could crank it kind of uninhibited. And that was to build oil pressure. So, I got it almost to that point, and that's when the comedy of errors began. Like an idiot, I listened to the guy at the counter, the auto parts counter, and got a PF43 XLS for a plug. And I knew when I looked at it, something didn't look quite right. And I was right. The XL was significant. He told me that the part number was just a new part number for the original. I should have gone with my gut instinct there, and I got a big gut, so like that I should have followed that. And my fault. For some reason, I bought a PF46 filter. I don't know if when I was looking on my app or something, when I looked up the car, online, it said that was the filter, and I just blindly went with it, grabbed it off the shelf, and when I was ready to put it on the car, I noticed, I'm like, man, this thing looks kind of small. Got underneath it, and I go and take a PF24, wrong size. so I ended up taking everything back, and that's kind of where this video picks up. But I was able to get an S25 from the STP oil filter from AutoZone, and I was able to get a better set of plugs, Autolite plugs. So this is just to get the thing fired. Let's pick up where hopefully the clips are still good. But again, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask me about any of this, just let me know. Reach out. I'm usually pretty good with getting back to folks. And as always, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But let's get down to business. All right, so I'm back. Went to the store, returned all the stuff, full recovery. STP S25 is an AutoZone brand, and I was able to get the proper plugs, just a set of Autolite coppers. Nothing crazy, right? I don't care for what I'm doing here. We're not looking for super performance. We're just trying to get the damn thing running again. So I'm gonna get under there. We're gonna get this, put some oil in this guy, get it up underneath the car, and then get some oil in her, and then we're gonna start cranking, see if we can build some oil pressure. All right? No plugs in it. Fuel line's disconnected, so we shouldn't have to worry about anything going on there. And then hopefully I'll be able to get some rubber line. Unfortunately, they were out of the size that I needed. I'm looking for a 3/8 inch, believe it or not, completely out. So I may try to run down to the store down the street, but for now, I've got some stuff to do this afternoon, so we'll see. At least let's get this thing cranking, build some oil pressure, right? All right, so I got, everything, is technically back together, so I'm just going to put the oil in. I got to do 6 quarts, so I'm gonna this here, and we'll get her poured in. We gotta take our time because I don't want that thing to fall out. So this, this is a gallon, and we're going to slowly pour this in. Takes 6 quarts, so you gotta be careful what you're doing here and not overfill it. So I'm gonna get this in. I gotta see, hopefully I can easily see this, but we're gonna have to be careful on the side of this just to make sure I don't overdo it. So, but it'll be close. It'll be good enough for us to at least get the oil pressure in it. And really close. So we'll just do, and boop, good enough. All right. Now, I got 2 more quarts left for later. So I have the oil's topped off. Everything's kind of in. I have no fuel lines hooked up. I have no plugs in. So what I'm gonna do is I've got the coils disconnected. I really just wanna crank this thing. So I got a battery that's been charging. Fingers crossed the damn thing works. I'm gonna put it together, get this thing you know, get the key in and see if I can at least get it to crank. I have no idea what's going to happen. So fingers crossed, but let's get the battery in and see what happens. Okay, this is kind of wild. I'm actually in the car right now. I haven't been in here in a decade. And, you know, I got to rely on the gauge in the dash, which I don't know if you can see. I don't know if it's even worked, but let's see. Okay, so it turns. Let's see if I can get even a little bit of crank in here. Oh, there we go. Ha-ha! Yeah, baby. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. We got oil pressure. I don't know if you can see it. There she is. Gravy. All right. All right. That's a very good sign. We got oil pressure. That means, hopefully, fingers crossed, that this thing, when I go to put some fresh fuel in it and all that good stuff, will fire. So this is actually really good news, folks. So what I mentioned before, you know, we were cranking, get some oil pressure. I don't have any plugs or anything in it at this point, but we've got good oil pressure. It was 60 pounds of oil pressure, and no, I didn't have any plugs or anything like that in it, no wires hooked up or anything, so I could just really free spin it. And that's good for something that, you know, this thing ran well. So it's just a matter of kind of cleaning it up, making it look pretty. I got a few things I want to do to it. Like I said, add the EFI, all that stuff. That's fine. I don't know if this carb's going to leak like crazy. We're going to find out. I'm going to put some rubber lines in. I got to get that. So we're going to do a part 1. So I'm sorry, this is a part 2A, and we'll do a 2B. Because I want to pull the valve covers and crank it and just make sure that there's enough oil getting to the top end. We may have to do some creative stuff down the road if we want to go and, you know, autocross this, because you really want to keep as much oil in the bottom end as possible. So I may have to get different push rods to restrict the oil flow to the top end. But Pontiacs are notoriously loud anyway, loud valve trains. So we will see how things go. I'm going to get an oil pan that has more capacity and the flapper doors, that Canton oil pan that I had mentioned, the road race pan. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is call it on this. I'll take my victories where I can get them. Going to check the spark plug gaps, get the plugs in for now, just so I can kind of close the motor up, reattach the wires. I'm not going to try to fire it just because I don't have good fuel here. I got to get, I think I have premium in that guy, but I don't have any hoses. So I'm waiting to get that. AutoZone was out of it. I got to go over to my in-laws for dinner. So I'm going to call it here. We'll do part B later this week. I appreciate your guys' patience. I appreciate you guys watching. If you can't tell, I'm like stupidly excited here. I'm not, you know, I don't think it's going to go as well for everything else, but hey, we'll take our victories where we can get them. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Take care.